Welcome to Level Up, where you get the score on video games, and I hope you're all having happy holidays. To celebrate the times, I'm going to review one of my favorite gift games, Bob.
Bob said you know how the game was played. Bob?
Yeah, you know, Bob!
Oh, Bob!
Hey, that's right.
He may not be the most recognizable game character, but he definitely deserves to be remembered. So, let's talk about Bob for the Super Nintendo. The first thing I noticed when I played this game was the music, and I have to say, I love the music in this game. I think it has one of, if not the, most underrated soundtracks for the SNES. The music just makes you want to kick butt. It's just so bad. Sadly, as I've said, I don't think enough people have had a chance to hear much of it. That's why, instead of the usual one song playing in the back of my review, I put together a medley of some of the scores heard in Bob. Bob is a teenager that lives in outer space. He isn't human, but I don't quite know what he is. He kind of looks like an insectoid robot to me. He also speaks the way the late 80s and early 90s depicted teenagers. You know, lots of radical lingo. I wonder what Linkara's 90s kid would have to say about him. But of course, that's not my character. Interestingly enough, his name is spelled B.O.B. But I haven't been able to figure out what it stands for. The story of the game goes that Bob has a date, so he borrows his dad's car. While en route, he ends up hitting an asteroid field and crashing on an inhabited meteor type thing. Now he needs to search the area, defend himself, find another car, and get to his date on time. I am serious, that's the plot of this game. He needs a car to get a date. That's just so awesome, I couldn't even make it up. The gameplay is similar to many adventure shooting games, like Mega Man, Earthworm Jim, and Metroid. Bob has a gun which he can load with different types of ammo, all awesome and useful for different scenarios. He also gets other gadgets called remotes in this game, which can do things like launch him upwards, make him invincible, or destroy all enemies on screen, more or less the usual stuff. But, most awesome of all, Bob can punch enemies with his fist, and if you could see it, you would crap yourself. His fist is about the size of his head. If I were facing Bob, I would be more scared of his hand than his gun. Mixing all of this with excellent controls and you get a game that is F.U.N. to play. If I had to say I had one problem with Bob, it's that it doesn't have a save feature. Like many games of that generation without the ability to save, it has a password feature. Sadly, in this game, the levels you continue from seem few and far between. Still, it wouldn't be that bad, but some of the levels are so long and hard that when you lose all your lives 4 levels after your last continue point, it kind of deters you from playing again. Speaking of lives, I have an issue with that too. Every time you die, all your ammo and remotes get reset back to what you had at the start of the game. This means that in the harder levels where you'll need a lot of bullets, you pretty much have to do it all in one life. It definitely presents a challenge, but one I'm sure that many gamers will be willing to face in a game that's this enjoyable. Bob is awesome. Though he isn't the most popular guy ever, everyone who's played the game say they really like it. All the comments online go along the lines of, I remember playing Bob, he's awesome. It plays well, looks great, and is really fun. And we can't forget the music. If you want to play this game, it's available for the SNES, the Sega Genesis, and has been put on a compilation called EA Replay for the PSP. Wait, did I say EA? That might explain why this game never saw a sequel. Well, I give Bob 9 out of 10 levels. I'm Leo Melanson, and now you know the score.